Okay guys, this is just a very quick screen cap to take you through the setup of the system in Griffith College using the Logitech CamPod. Okay, so first up, the following steps need to be completed before you run the audio setup wizard, and this is important. The audio setup wizard is really a fine-tuning tool to help you ensure that everything is up and running correctly. So we need to get everything set before running the wizard. So first up, check the Conference Cam Connect is the webcam that's selected. So we do that by clicking the drop down, okay, and you get the select camera option. Make sure it's the Conference Cam Connect that's selected. You can start your webcam to check that if you want, but we'll just leave it there for the moment. The audio, the first thing you should do is with the audio is to actually connect your audio. So we click on Connect Audio, okay, and we'll just mute that. Now we need to check the microphone that is selected in this instance, and it should be the echo cancelling microphone. Again, you should probably only have one selection here in Griffith, but you may have more than one. Just make sure that it's the echo cancelling one that's selected as the microphone. Okay. Next up in the process is to check the microphone volume. You do that again by clicking the drop down beside the microphone and going to adjust microphone volume. And in here you'll see, as I'm talking, you can see it flipping away there. Just check that the volume is in and around the 80 mark, okay, and there are 79, 80 will do fine. Okay, that's the optimum for most room setups. It can be adjusted later on if necessary. Okay, once the microphone has been set up, you can enable microphone rights for participants under the audio tab. Again, this is an important step. It's forgotten quite a lot, and students who are logging in from home are unable to use their microphone. So ensure that this box is ticked here for microphone rights for participants. Next up is start your webcam and start sharing. So now you can see my ugly mug. Once you have that done, you can fine-tune the placing of the camera. You should already by now have reviewed the short podcast, Adobe Connect podcast, showing you the optimum placing of the camera for classes. Ensure that it's about 3 to 4 meters from you and in front of you, and being in front of you is very important. Just off center with the camera facing you. The just off center is just to allow you the room to maneuver a bit more. It gives you a slightly wider angle. And this is the optimum position for both the built-in microphones. The front microphone will pick up anything that you're saying at the front once you're in the plane of the microphone, and the one at the rear will pick up any comments or any questions being asked by the class. Finally, run the audio setup with it. You should be now in a position to run the audio setup wizard. We click on meeting and click on audio setup wizard. There's a couple of important aspects to this that you need to be aware of. First up, you just play the sound. In playing the sound, just ensure that it is loud enough to be heard clearly around the class without being too distorted. You can lower the volume using the volume controls on your computer. Next, the microphone. Again, it should be the echo cancelling microphone. We click on next. We run our record check. Now, please do this from a standing position where you would be in the class, standing in front of the class and talking for optimum results. And play it back. Ensure that you can hear everything clearly. If there are students in the class while you're doing this, please ask them to be quiet while you test the microphone. Once you're happy with that, it's the silence test. Now, this is really important, guys, and I can't overemphasize this. Is that in testing the silence, it requires that you do it while the room is empty, or if there are students in the room, that they stay absolutely quiet while you're doing it. The reason for this is very simple. If you have noise going in the background, it will be picked up by the microphones, and the microphone will try to adjust for that by reducing the gain of the microphone. And you will end up with distorted sound, and you will end up with a microphone that's not working correctly. So please ensure that the room is silent. If you can't be guaranteed that, skip this step. Now, that's about it. If you run into any difficulties, we would recommend that you log into Splashtop by typing in sos.splashtop.com and give the code over to whoever's on support in the evening to log in and just check that everything is set correctly for you. Okay, talk to you soon.